Hello, hi. Welcome back to our channel. Here in this video, I'm going to share my UTK experience at Micro1 interview, DevOps interview. It is a kind of AI interview, and I have listed down like all the questions. I have okay picture, and for you, I'm going to share my experience. How was this AI interview? It is also same like other applications, or else is there any difference? How realistic it was? I'm going to share complete experience as well as what role I have applied for, and I will show that as well, and application process and interview process. I'm going to discuss that as well. This is the role, DevOps engineer, and it is a remote opportunity wherever any country, any person who have this skill set can apply for this. And they haven't mentioned the experience range also, but you need to have a certain kind of experience on this CI/CD, Docker, Kubernetes, and health monitoring, Prometheus, Grafana, how to deploy application. Okay, all those things. And coming to the company, Micro1 is one of the like we can say here, one of the AI talent acquisition company. Okay, Micro1's is itself AI talent acquisition company, and it provides a platform, Micro1, as a service. And here you can see AI recruitment engine to hire the best talent on earth. You can like we can say some we can expect some realistic AI how the paid version is there like that. Okay, I am going to share my experience completely. Don't worry. And here based upon I mean we can have multiple questions like based upon our response they will on the spot it will frame a question, or else is there any dedicated questions which allows us to answer. Initially I applied, and after that I received a mail instantly like this is the process. You need to complete a AI interview, which is around 30 minutes, and a coding exercise also. Yeah, I see one coding exercise and some lot of questions, more than 15 I guess. Yeah, let's count that also. And it will time limit will be 36 hours. So before 36 hours only we need to complete this particular thing, or otherwise it will expire the link. And after 24 hours I got a reminder then later I attended this particular interview. And here is the some yeah, this is the first question, and this is the skill set we need to focus on this. I recorded this particular entire video also, like I took literally 1.5 hour entire for verbal discussion as well as a coding exercise. And if possible I will share that also, how I answered, and mostly I will cover questions in this video. If any of you want, I will try to share that particular video also. And these are the like a skill set based upon our skill set what we have filled. The interview will be, I mean, based upon our skills only. I majorly focused on CICD, as you see job description also, and also it will compare our skill set. Then only it will matches the ratio, and then only it will set the like interview. Here also you can see majorly they are expecting technical skills on CICD, Kubernetes, cloud infrastructure, that is IAC, Terraform, and infrastructure as a code, that is Terraform. And they focused on Prometheus, Grafana, all those questions also. First of all, they asked you to introduce yourself, and it is a half-an-hour interview, and I'm not sure exactly why it took 1 hour 30 minutes. I think a coding exercise also there, and meanwhile I have some issues. And here, yes, assistant will speak with you, and I mean whatever the thing is showing on the screen, it will speak the same, and you need to answer them. And once it is done, you need to click on done answering and continue. For each question there is a dedicated time allotted, but we are not exactly cannot see that particular time, what is the exact time allocated for each and every question. But it depends upon the question, like say 5 minutes and 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 7 minutes, like that. Once the time limit exceeds, it will says time limit exceeding. I think once time limit exceeded, it won't take our response, so we can better to done answering and click on continue. And on the top right corner you can see the timer, and yeah, almost right side you can see the question, and left side you can see your video and audio both should be turned on. And also they will ask for it will ask for a screen capture also. It will entirely capture the window, I think entire screen, not window. If something opens backend and answers like that, it will checks. And this is the first question, like introduce yourself, briefly introduce yourself. Based upon our introduction, it will says here is the first question. How would you optimize CI/CD pipeline for your large scale applications to reduce the deployment times while maintaining high reliability? This is kind of a scenario based question. If you have real time experience or some hands on, then only you are able to answer this particular question. And the second question was I mean based upon our response, I included blue, green and canary deployments. Based upon that response, it framed a question, you can see, which is effectively for enhancing reliability and reducing the deployment. Next question is, can you describe a specific instance where you used Jenkins or GitLab CI to automate a complex complex pipeline, CI/CD pipeline, and what challenges did you face and overcome to that particular process? I have mentioned, I mean, whatever the real-time challenges I have faced, and different third-party tools. I mean, whatever the tools while I'm integrating. I majorly focus on that and described about that. I described both in Jenkins as well as the GitLab also, where I have experience on that. And this is the further question. I mean, based upon these questions, you can see like it was gathering our response, then it was proceeding further. Here you can see, thank you for sharing your experience with Jenkins and GitLab CI/CD. Would you explain how you ensure the security and the compliance of your CI/CD pipelines, especially when interacting with third-party tools or services? I especially focus on different tools. If you see in CI/CD pipeline, we integrate Git, Git Lakes for security detection, Git Guardian, and Maven as a build tool, Maven, Gradle, and Docker, Kubernetes. There are different security tools, especially Fortify, Trevi, Snake, WAPS, Dependency Check, WAPS, Zap, and Brupsort, checkmarks, Fortify, different out there. I explained different things and how security should be acquired while integrating in the pipeline. And here is the next question. Thank you for detailing your approach to ensuring security and compliance to CI/CD pipeline. Give your experience. Given your experience, can you share an example how you are managing Kubernetes deployments at a scale? Especially how did you handle scaling and resource management for large applications during running on Kubernetes? It fetches based upon our introduction as well as our resume comparing. This question was framed, and after this particular question, here is the I shared my approach, how it can be scaled horizontally and vertically. What is the major advantages of those like that? And here is the response. Can you describe how you have implemented monitoring and logging for your Kubernetes cluster to ensure application health and performance? It comes into Prometheus and Grafana, for monitoring part it came. Majorly these questions are under Kubernetes. We can see the sessions here, which comes under CI/CD pipeline Kubernetes. Whatever it is showing the question, if the blue tick mark there, then the question is represented to that particular session. Can you explain how you manage and optimize the networking within a Kubernetes cluster? Particularly focusing on service discovery and load balancing. I explained my view on that, and here is the responsible managing, optimizing network within a Kubernetes cluster. Can you describe how you have implemented cost optimization strategies in AWS or any cloud platform that you are using for large scale applications, especially focus on any tool or service you have used to manage reduce cost effectively? Different approaches I explained, and tools also, especially AWS. In AWS service there is a AWS billing manager, something in AWS console it is there. We can explore from that as well, and we can use auto scaling and different cloud formation techniques and load balancer for to reduce this particular costs, and also to terminate unused or to change the instance type based upon the resource utilization. We can use different approaches. These are the different approaches I have explained. And the next question was approach to cost. Can you describe your experience with infrastructure automation tools like Terraform or AWS Cloud Formation? How you have used them to manage or and deploy cloud infrastructure at a scale? This is with respect to I explained it with respect to Terraform, like how we have used Terraform. I took example of creating just a S3 or EC2 and how we initiate a Terraform in a Terraform plan, Terraform apply. And can you discuss how you have integrated Terraform with other tools or services to enhance your cloud infrastructure management, particularly in terms of monitoring and managing state across multiple environments? This is with respect to Terraform, like infrastructure as a code, how we need to integrate that with other tools to get a good let's say if we wanted to integrate with the cloud formation, AWS config we need to use. After that we need to create a main.tf for creating a resources, and we can integrate with Kubernetes also, configure with the Kubernetes also. And this is the next question. Can you share an example of how you have used Python scripting to automate infrastructure tasks, particularly focusing on how you have ensured scalability and reusability in your automation process? This pointer I have mentioned in my resume, used in Python scripting for automating the task like that. Then it consider, let's say if you are using Python for infrastructure provisioning tasks, how can you utilize that and how can you achieve automation? I took example as a Terraform and explained my view on that. We can run this particular Terraform by using Python scripting, and the task can be achieved by Terraform script. And using Python for infrastructure automation. This is the next question. Can you discuss a specific project where you have implemented the infrastructure automation using a Python, focusing on how you have managed to ensure the automation has both scalable and reliable? It is kind of a practical approach how you have been achieve this. I have explained my view on that, and I explained this is only like AWS infrastructure automation. We can integrate, we can use Python for Terraform automation. And this is the next question. Can you elaborate on how you ensured the reliability of your automation process? particularly in handling failures or errors during provisioning AWS resources. This is like a scenario-based question where if you have some real-time exposure, then only you will get to know what might be the error scenarios and what might be the failure cases and how to handle that particular errors. You can definitely check the logs and metrics, and if we have implemented Prometheus and Grafana, then we can check the in Grafana we can check the dashboards, like where exactly it was getting the error we get to know. And this is the next question: how you make sure an app is ready to run in Kubernetes and able to handle real world scenarios like lots of users, constant demand, and no downtime. This is also kind of a practical approach where we need to use the different Kubernetes services, Kubernetes servers, Kubernetes pods, make sure to have a auto scaling is enabled, and some kind of what we can say approaches for I think next question was regarding failures. Yeah, I think in this case I explained about a blue-green canary deployment and auto scaling, all those things. Can you describe a time where deployed a production grade application on Kubernetes? What was the architecture and how did you ensure scalability, high availability, and security? One thing I wanted to let you know, like whatever I am giving as a response, it is only my view only. You can, I mean, for just how interview works, I mean, how the real time will be and how the questions will be asked. For that purpose, I'm doing this particular video, not for answering those. Okay, answering might be differs for person to person and the skill set. Okay, and the role, responsibilities, all those things. And the next question was, how do you handle the application rollouts and rollbacks in Kubernetes? Can you explain your approach on using tools like Helm, GitOps, or custom CI/CD pipelines for managing deployments? If you see, most questions are regarding the Kubernetes and how the real-time scenarios works like that. And yeah, this is the I think final question. It's pleasure discussing your technical skills and expertise. We'll proceed with a coding question. This is the coding question. After the interview, it will ask for continue with your coding question. And meantime, the interview, the camera will be on and the entire thing will be recording only. Records. And here it will say, please note, AI model plus a human will review your code as a whole. Why? Because there might be some scenarios where I cannot perform complete or some false tolerance will be there. So the human also will review our coding, I think. So that's what they are saying this. And this is the coding example what I got in my particular interview. Coding exercise were we need to build a message filtering system that processes a streamline of messages. Each message contains a word separated by spaces. The system needs to identify and remove duplicate words while maintaining the original order of first appearance of each word. Additionally, the system should be case sensitive. Example hello and small hello are considered as the same word, but should present the case of the first occurrence of each word. Return the filtered message as a single string with words separated by single spaces. Here they have given example. In let's say example hello world, hello world, hello world, all hello world only. But if you see the case sensitive and like caps, especially the case sensitive, it will differ. But we need to get a only one hello word, that too first one. Okay, that is how we need to get. And here is the explanation also. First hello and the first word are kept. All subsequent variations are removed due to case sensitive matching. And this is the second example. And this is the requirements. We need to implement a function that takes a string message as input, and we need to remove the duplicate words while presenting the word order of the first appearance. We need to implement a case sensitive comparison, and we need to preserve the case sensitive, case of the first occurrence of each word, and return the string with the renaming word separated by single spaces. Handle empty or single word input appropriately, and finally make sure the spaces between words in output are single space only. Okay, and this is the response what I have written. And I found while there is something wrong in the code, it will, if say there is any compilation error, it will show. If it is compiled, it will show compilation success. If it is something wrong while generating a output, if you something missed, then it will show in the output. If it is everything perfect, it is not showing the output. I'm not sure why, and I've brought down the feedback comment also. We'll see what is going to happen. And this is the answer for that particular question. And I used Python as a scripting language here. Yeah, I think this is the pretty good experience with the Micro1. I forgot to tell about the company name. I think I discussed it in the starting only. Micro1 was the company name. And yeah, it is a pretty good experience, interview experience, I can say, and where I got some real world. It's like talking with a real person, and it is collecting our feedback. It is like enhanced AI model. Okay, and if you guys are interested or else looking for job change or looking for new job, then definitely you can try for this. And there are different interview processes. Definitely every interview will give us some good learning. Likewise, this is also give me some good learning. And if something update is there for further process regarding this particular job, I will let you know also. And also I will share you videos regarding different type of examinations, especially for DevOps and DevSecOps engineers while applying for jobs, and assessments they will give especially to complete that, how to achieve that, and how to reply to that emails, and especially some tips and tricks regarding the interviews based upon my experience, and like are surrounding my people, and some online experience like from LinkedIn, from YouTube. I might found some insightful message or some news. I will definitely going to share with you guys, and I think so this brings some information to your bucket. And stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching the video. Yeah, and one more thing I wanted to share regarding this kind of AI interviews. Definitely in future we can see lot more changes in our interviewing process, and definitely the recruiter or someone else not going to share, or I mean spare some time, or not going to waste some time. If the candidate or if the candidates are more, definitely they need to have some more added filters, before proceeding with the actual person to person discussion that might be in offline or online. They are going to filter the candidates as much as possible. Likewise, this is the one of the process how our resume is getting shortlisted. That is the one of the checklist. If it is shortlisted, then AI interview. If it is done, then assessment. If it is done, then proceeding with the further stages. Likewise, definitely you can see a lot of changes in upcoming interviews. And definitely don't worry, just keep learning and gather some experience. If you are very new also, start giving interviews. You will definitely fail, you will definitely get some experience, you will definitely crack them. Okay, that's the spirit, ultimate spirit you need to have and goal. Okay then, bye.